Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today is a how-to. Have you been working on your machine and broke one of the posts off? Snapped a T-nut right off? You know these are expensive. These are really stupid expensive. Break off like that. This is the worst. I'm going to show you how to fix this cheap with just these. You're going to need some 6 32nd T-nuts, 6 32nd by 2.5 inch long screws. These are just regular screws. They're Phillips head screws. You're going to need 6 32nd lock nuts if you're using these longer ones, because this has a bigger thread on it than these screws here. So when you put these new posts in with your ramps, they're not gonna work. So you're gonna have to get these 6 32nd nylock nuts to hold your new ramps with some bigger washers. And then you're gonna need 6 32nd regular nuts like these. Just plain regular nuts. What we're gonna do first is use a good post. What's good about these posts, they're just about the exact same length. So what you're going to do now is take your Dremel with a cutoff wheel and cut the head off. When you get that cut off, you're going to take a nut, thread it down to the exact same spot that your good nut is, and you're going to super glue it there, or you're going to use some red Loctite or something, and you're not going to want it to move because you want it to be just like this when you're done. So you notice these threads and these threads are exactly the same, and now you got the exact same length post. Now the reason why I said you needed the nylock nuts for these longer ones, because usually you're going to be putting them, you know, holding a ramp down or something like that. The nylock nuts that you originally had are too big because they fit this. So that goes for the long ones. Now for the short ones, we're going to have to use 2 nuts, because if you try cutting it, it's going to spin around. Get these on there, and we're gonna use, here it goes, we're gonna take these and get it right to the bottom, and we're gonna put the nut right up to the top of the post, just like that. Then we're gonna spin the next nut on like that. You want them both to be the exact same length. Let's turn this one just a little bit. Now you're going to want to tighten these up against each other so when you cut them, they don't vibrate loose or anything. So what we're going to do is take the Dremel with your cutoff wheel and cut it off right flush, right like that. Now when you cut it off, you're going to be left with just a long piece like this. You take one of your nuts off. Now you're going to spin it down to the same size where this other nut is. Super glue it down, and then voila. You got a new post that's just the exact same thing. And everybody's like, you know, like, they'll work perfect. So here's the original one, and here's one I made. Here's the original one, and here's one I made. Same length, same everything. And you might be like, well, they're threaded posts now. Well, yeah, true. However, you get your post, and you stick this down through it. Who cares? You're not seeing anything. This is down through the Playfield. It's threaded on top where it's supposed to be. Now you can put your nut down to hold your plastic or your ramp or whatever. And this is going in a Playfield. So you banged your T-nut in already, and that just screws down into the playfield like that. Now, what's different about these T-nuts is the meat on them is a little fatter. This is a new one. This is an old post. You can still see they screw down perfect. However, if you look here, let's throw this back in the box so I don't lose it. If you look here, you can see this one, it's thinner right here than this one. This one has more meat on it. This isn't going to snap or break. This one has more meat on it, so on the bottom of your playfield, you may have to drill the hole in your playfield just a little bit wider so you can tap these new ones in. And they're just about the exact same size as the original. These are a little bit more bigger face on the bottom than these, but the hooks are the same. These hooks right here are actually thinner than these hooks. So these newer ones you get from a hardware store are stronger and they got better hooks on them. So, like I said, you can make your own cheaper than buying a brand new post like this or a brand new post like this. Now everything you see here I think was $35. So now for $35 I can make 100 new posts. You can't buy 100 new posts for 35 bucks. If you are, you're kidding yourself. Oh, here's a good one. This was another example of a good one. These posts were bent down. It must have got loose and then somebody just mashed it in there. But you can see how thin this original one is versus this newer one. So like I said, you're gonna have to drill a hole in the bottom of the playfield a little bit thicker just to get this to pound in. But anyways, yeah, that's it. You can save yourself a couple bucks, well, a lot of bucks, more than a couple bucks, by making your own posts. Hope this helped you. If it did, give me a big thumbs up. Down in the description, I have a bunch of stuff. I have a Amazon affiliate account. If you go down there, and if you're shopping on Amazon, click that link first. Do your search on Amazon, buy your stuff. It gives me a small royalty, and it helps me make these videos. It really helps with the batteries on these cameras. But anyways, yeah, I hope this helped you, and I hope you can benefit from this and save yourself a lot of money by making your own posts. And you won't have to deal with this crap being broke anymore, because now you can replace it with your brand new post that I dropped on the floor. And I've hit the camera, and then I made myself. So there you go, you saved yourself a ton of money. Yeah, this nut is smaller than this nut, but who cares? Unless you're doing a perfect restoration, then you don't want this. Then you want to spend the money and go buy this. But go ahead if you need to. But you're not really going to notice that too much of a difference. It's a little smaller, the original. It's a little bit bigger. Who cares? Once you super glue this down and this down, well, this one I forgot to super glue. Once you super glue them down, they're not moving. That's it. Anyways, thumbs up. Later.